I know it's been a while, but I would love to welcome everyone back to my channel. I have been MIA because it's just been life has been busy and all kinds of things, but I have been recording content, so I'm really excited about that, and hopefully I'll be out doing a collaboration soon. But I wanted to share a new way that I prep my practice hand, because that's a pretty popular subject when it comes to these practice hands. I got this off of Amazon. At the time I bought it, it was around $70, but now it's only around $50, so it's even more affordable. It has its pros and cons, like for example, around the cuticle area is very thin. I don't like that because it tears very easy, but there is a way to keep the cuticles still nice. So instead of continuously having to prep the nails and glue a nail bed onto the press on, I use nail glue to glue a nail tip onto the nail bed. You see that I filed around the edges of the press on the edges of the nail tip after I cut them down. And to avoid having to continuously tear these off or come off with the entire set, once I do a set, I am going to start using sticky tabs if possible. The pinky didn't cooperate with me in this set. The pinky does come off. You'll see that later. And of course, this video is full of do's and don'ts when I'm doing my actual nail design. You'll see that later. But I do really like this hand. It does teach you how to be sensitive, because everybody has a different pain tolerance or a different tolerance when it comes to doing certain things on their nails. So I like the fact that it makes the hand is really dainty, so that it really makes you stop and think about what you're doing, or if you were really working on someone's natural nails, like how it would feel to them, right? Yes, we work on ourselves, and we do work on ourselves for that reason, or, have other people do our nails, but it's just, definitely a rewarding, I don't know. It's definitely a fun experience using this practice hand. Genevieve has been in quarantine for about a year now. I have been doing my own nails on the channel, but I just really wanted to get a feel for what it would be like doing nails on someone else. And so I went back to using this practice hand for this video. So I was like, why not do a video about prepping her? So you can see I put the sticky tabs down. And on the pinky, I actually forgot to remove the sticker, and I couldn't figure out why it wasn't sticking. Oh gosh, so that was my first thing for the day. But this is after all of the nails are applied, using the sticky tabs. And so that way when I do my design, I can just peel off the nails and then put new sticky tabs down, or whatever the case may be when I want to do a new set on my practice hand. So these are some of the products I'll be using. I decided to take an idea from Nails by Vic. I actually am just using like a regular gel polish brush for my Polygel lately, because it's been working. Instead of just using like a Polygel brush, it's a little wider and the bristles are about the same thickness, and these Saviland brushes have been really nice. I bought a set of these for nail art, and I've really been enjoying it. So, now you'll see me do my Polygel application. I didn't show the pinky because I forgot to put base coat down on the pinky, and it was kind of giving me a hard time. So I thought this ring finger was a great way to show you how I am getting these nails achieved and accomplished. So I kept this part of the video in real time while I work on the cuticle area. I always start with the cuticle area and make that very flush, so that way when I'm pressing out the rest of the Polygel, it is more even throughout the rest of the nail. So if you, for example, like you can see as I'm pushing up the Polygel back towards the apex area where I need it, because I've flattened that area doing the cuticle. So I don't want to get a perfect apex and then flatten that apex down because I need more in the cuticle area. So I always start at the cuticle. These nails aren't very long. They're more of like a medium length. So I just do it all in one Polygel squeeze. down the middle of the nail. And then, like I mentioned, as I need to, I pat the polygel upwards or back towards the cuticle area wherever I need thickness. I make sure everything is even and smooth. And you can also see here, when I get towards the filing stage, this really helps so I don't have to file as much. So it's, this is just Model 1's pink because I just wanted just a regular like base color. I didn't want anything too fancy in it, or, you know, I wanted something a little more transparent for the type of design that I was trying to do, which I also didn't achieve that. So I'll let you finish watching the rest of my polygel application, and I'll be back when we get into the design. Okay, so now I'm back with the nail art process. So my original plan for my nail art for this set was to do like hearts that look like they're splattered, like somebody splattered paint. And I'm going to have to look up the nail tutorial on that because I was not very successful in that. But then I thought, well, my neon smoke nails turned out really cool and I really love those. So I was like, sure, let's go ahead and try to do that nail art, but with hearts, right? Because it was getting close to Valentine's Day. I actually recorded this. I think it took me 2 weeks. I did the prep work and then the following week I did the design. So, like I said, life has just been happening and there's just been so much going on that I just haven't had the time. So I really apologize about that if you enjoy my content. And I want to also thank everyone who has subscribed already for subscribing. So you can see I made my first mistake on my pointer finger. I accidentally tapped it or smudged it with my other hand. Actually, that's my second mistake. My first mistake is that I did not put top coat down before I started the nail art to use the pigment powder, and you'll see what a disaster that was later. Like, these nails still look pretty cute, and I still like the design concept, but I did not execute anything that I wanted to do with this set. I've been having a lot of bad nail days lately, and I haven't been wanting to share my content, and that's not your guys' fault, but it's just been like, why? Like, why? I have like design block lately where I can't think of what I want to do or how I want to do it, but I don't want to do what everyone else is doing. I want to do different things. Like I want to try new things. So this set is pretty basic to me, but at the same time. So I wanted to share the first couple of fingers that I did the hearts on because that's kind of, yeah, the hearts were the entire concept of this because I'm going to use pigment powders. So I left it in real time on the pinky though because I just kept getting more and more brave. Rounded things that you're trying to draw with a paintbrush are very hard to do if you're not doing a solid color. Like if I was doing these hearts in all white and I could use my dotting tool and do the little dotting tool trick and, you know, bring the point down from the circles and all of that good stuff, like I would be all right with that. But you could see that I didn't put the top coat down, and all of this, every time I try to correct it, it ends up getting stuck in the little ridges from where I filed. And yeah, anytime before you do not nail art, I would highly recommend using top coat to even out the nail and get in all those ridges so that you don't have an issue with that, because it is very hard to clean the nail off. You'll also see that in my finished design, especially on the middle finger. I don't know why I didn't cure in between these. Again, I was trying to be brave, and like, what if I was really doing a client and timing and everything? You know, I would want to make sure I'm not taking forever. Eventually I did get my, my knack down for how I wanted to do the hearts. So since I'm right-handed, doing the right side first was easy. And then I would start at the tip of the heart and work my way up for the left side and go around. That was just easier for me to kind of like draw it backwards. So do the right side and go up from the tip and do the left side. That way the round part of the heart on the left side didn't look all lopsided and weird. So yes, I eventually did develop a strategy on how to draw the hearts and got that down. Thankfully, these weren't stars, right? Because that would have been even more difficult to have the lines in the middle. For now, it would be solid stars for me, right? But again, I originally wanted it to look like paint was splattering around the hearts, but I just could not get that design concept down. Like, I just could not get that nail art down. So I had to do away with the splatter effect because I thought it would look really cool with the pigment powders. So now I just go through and show you little short clips of me doing the rest of the hearts, like towards the end, and what they look like. Like I said, I got really brave on the pinky and kept trying to do the heart outlines smaller and smaller. I did achieve that, but it did take a few tries and a few swipes of cleaning up my errors. And now you'll see where I was talking about where it was just easier to work from the slanted part of the heart on the left side and work my way up instead of down like you normally would if you're drawing a heart on a piece of paper. Or maybe some people already draw their hearts like that, do one side and then bring the other side up. It's really up to you. But I just didn't want them all to look the same, and honestly the pinky nail was my favorite and turned out the best because obviously I had the most practice by that time doing the hearts on that finger. So I'm going to let you enjoy this. You'll see a couple more errors that I make, like with the pigment powder, I spill it all over the place. I didn't even have to use it out of the pot because the little seal protection thing when I opened the pigment powder got stuck. So when I tried to peel it off or take it off of the top, I ended up spilling it all over my hand. So you'll see that here in just a second. But these are the powders that I'll be using. And here it comes. Everywhere. I got pigment powder everywhere. I was so sad because you really don't need a lot. Like, these will seriously just last forever. So as I'm applying the pigment powder, you can see that it gets stuck in the little ridges from me filing, and it kind of tints the nail as well as just the hearts, which is why it's important to put top coat down before you apply pigment powders. That was like my biggest regret with this nail art, is that I did not put that top coat down. It still ended up looking really cool because it turned the nail into like an ombre, and since the hearts, I actually did 2 coats of the gel polish on the hearts, and so since the gel polish was raised up a little bit, it still made the hearts prominent with the powder, and then it turned that pink polygel into like a really light ombre with the colors, the pink and the purple that I use. So it actually still turned out being pretty cool, and I still like the set. It's just, like I said, it's not one of my favorites. It was not one of my better nail days, but I still just wanted to get content out for you guys because I really miss making YouTube videos. I used to do it on a weekly basis, and I just haven't been or had that creative edge lately. So, I'll let you guys go ahead and watch the process. I'll speed this up a little bit here, applying the pigment powder, and let you see, you know, I even tried to put pigment powder on the nail that didn't have any nail art just to try to ombre it and give it color, and it still ended up looking really cute. And then I also go ahead and throw in a little surprise from some nail art decorations that I got off of Amazon. So yeah, I'll just let you keep watching. And I hope that everyone continues to have a good rest of the week and a great weekend. Again, thank you all so much for watching and subscribing to my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click that subscribe notification. Turn on the bells so that you can get updates whenever I post videos and end up doing tutorials when I'm feeling up to it. Like I mentioned, hopefully I'll be doing a collaboration here soon with one of my nail sisters who I love and adore so much. So yeah, once we work out the details on that, it will be uploaded. So I hope everyone has a great day, great weekend, like I mentioned, and I'm going to go ahead and let you finish watching the set.